Greetings one and all, welcome back to my kitchen here today, where I am going to be attempting to make the world's best pork chop. I'm actually going to make a few, I've got 4 of them, but the first thing I need to do is I'm going to brine these chops overnight. So to that end I need to make a brining mixture. So I've just got 4 cups of water there just starting to heat up. To that I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of salt. There it goes. I've got the same amount, 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And that goes. Take a little bit of a stir. Alright, now just a couple more things, 4 more things. Very simple mixture. I've got 3 cloves of garlic that I'll just give it a bit of a bash with the handle of my knife. In they go. I've got a couple of stalks of thyme, fresh thyme. I've got 10 peppercorns, black peppercorns, whole. Now here I've got 10 dried juniper berries, and they're going in as well. Have a little stir. Now with this, all we're going to do, you don't actually need to boil this vigorously or anything, as long as it's just hot enough that all that sugar, all that salt dissolves, and once that's all dissolved we can turn it off the heat, and we need it then to cool down before we use it. So yeah, I'll get back to you at that stage. Alrighty guys, so as you can see I've transferred my brining liquid into this other bowl. A couple of reasons: that was just going to help cool it down a bit quicker, and also I might use this bowl to actually hold my chops. So yeah, all that's completely dissolved. Like I say, I didn't have to boil it vigorously, just got it up to warm and dissolved it. Alright, so in our quest for the best pork chops ever, I've got 4 of these beautiful pork cutlets here, and they're a nice thick cut, thanks to Tony's Continental Small Good Butchers in Toowoomba. Yeah, they didn't give them to me. I still bought them. I don't get sponsorship of them, but I just like to acknowledge really good class meat, and that's going to go a long way to our quest for the best pork chop ever. So I'm going to obviously brine these now. Look at that, like it's just awesome. Alrighty guys, so here we are the next day. Yeah, those chops have been in that brine for good overnight. Yeah, probably 24 hours actually. So all I did was I patted them dry thoroughly, and yeah, just let them completely dry out. And now I've just got them in the pan here with some oil at the moment, but I am going to add a few knobs of butter into there. A couple of smashed bits of garlic, get into that butter as well, and just some few sprigs of thyme, get it into that butter and oil. Now I didn't put any extra salt on these chops, obviously because they've been soaking in that brine. Alrighty guys, after these have been cooking 3 or 4 minutes each side, I've been basting a bit with that butter. I've now got a rack here. I've had my oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius, so I'm just going to put these on the stack. Give them the last bit of a basting. Alrighty, and I'll get those into the oven probably for about 10 minutes. Alrighty, now just while my chops are finishing off in the oven there, I am going to make a nice sauce for them. Can't be the world's best pork chops without a sauce, so I've just got half an onion here that I've chopped up, and I'll just wet them down a little bit. Alrighty, they've sweated down a bit. I forgot to say they're just in a little bit of butter. What next? Now, I've got, you saw me use some of those dried juniper berries in the brining liquid. I've now got a few more of those. I've got about 10 more that I've just sort of bruised and crushed up a bit in my mortar and pestle. I'm going to add those. Alright, I've got 1 cup of chicken stock. I'm just using a store-bought one, as you can see. That'll be fine. Alright, now that my stock and onions and juniper berry are boiling away there, I'm going to add 125 grams of blackberries. In they go with it. Yeah, we're just going to soften them up as well. Alrighty, those berries are starting to soften up a bit. I'm just going to turn the heat down. And what I might do is I've got my immersion stick blender thing. And I'm just going to give those a bit of a whirl. Alrighty, so I've just pulled my chops out of the oven. I'm going to let them rest 5 or 10 minutes. Now my sauce there, you saw me whiz it up, but I am going to thicken it a little bit more, and I'm going to strain out some of those seeds that are sort of broken up in there. So it's all coming together, so hopefully this will be sort of thickened up a bit, this sauce, with no seeds in it by the time our chops have rested. Alrighty guys, so I've served up one of my pork chops here. Is it the world's best pork chop? Is it the best pork chop ever? Who knows? Let's find out. So yeah, as you also saw, I whacked a bit of my Blackberry and Juniper berry sauce on top. It's a nice vibrant red colour, probably a bit redder than I thought it would be. That's no problem. Let's just take a look at our piece of pork there, and it still feels like it's really nice and juicy. So yeah, a little bit of sauce on it, and I'll give it a taste. Oh, yum. Oh man. That is just delicious. That you can taste the saltiness of the brine and a bit of that sweetness, as well as that sweetness of the sauce. Man, it is so good. Is it the world's best? Oh, I don't know. I can't really be the judge of that, but it's certainly one of the best pork chops I've ever tried, and I'm going to sit down and eat the rest of this. I can't wait. It's delicious. Alright guys, thanks for watching this one. Thanks to those who've subscribed to the channel. Subscriptions as usual are moving along at a glacial pace. That's no worries. But yeah, think about hitting that subscribe button if you don't want to, no worries. And I will see you all next time.